is Caitlin Kobitzsch, and I'm with the IB cohort. This is my inquiry project, and it was definitely a journey for me. It started off with me wanting to look at the first people's principles of learning and really get into why they were written, who wrote them, and why they're important, and how to actually break them down and implement them into your classroom, because I know they're a little bit tricky when you first look at them. So I started doing lots of research and connecting with Aboriginal success teachers, and I realized that that wasn't a very good approach because Aboriginal perspectives and education is so inherently linked to context. So without knowing the subject area or your grade, it wasn't a really meaningful thing to do. I could have a whole bunch of resources, but it wouldn't really help you specifically. So also in the same conversation, I realized that we talked about how teachers still have this fear because they feel they lack a certain background knowledge, or they're afraid of misappropriation or cultural insensitivity. And because of that, they're not implementing first people's principles of learning or Aboriginal perspectives into their classroom. And I really think that's a shame, and I really want to encourage teachers to realize that it's totally within their power and it's worthwhile. So why it's worthwhile is Aboriginal perspectives and education is a very holistic approach, so it teaches the mind, heart, spirit, and body. It promotes anti-racism, so unfortunately traditionally schools have propagated certain damaging myths and stereotypes of First Nations people, and it's important to stop that here and now and to stop othering First Nations. You can really make your teaching relevant and contextualized and place-based, and that's really awesome because when you have any learnings that are devoid of context, they don't mean anything and they're irrelevant to your students. And lastly, you can really personalize it. So through all these different approaches, you can get to know your students and know what makes them tick, and you can personalize their learning for them. So where to start? For me, it's all about educating yourself, and it takes a lot of time, but it's worthwhile. There's great books out there, there's great resources, and also connect with your Aboriginal success teachers, because they'll be able to provide you with resources and get you started. There's also the First People's Principles of Learning WordPress blog. If you can go there, it breaks them down and it shows you how you can actually implement them into your classroom. Take responsibility for your own learning, so watch documentaries, read as many books as you can, adopt a place-based approach. So that, again, that's where you provide context, provide hands-on experiential learning. They're going to remember it that way. Encourage student autonomy. A great way of doing that is doing the inquiry process with your students. So they'll get to have choice and it will be meaningful to them, and they get to choose their own topic. And implement that holistic approach. So we know why social emotional learning is really important, and it's important to teach the whole student so that they're successful in life. And a lot of these things will seem very basic and seem like something you're already doing, and that was the purpose, because I want to show that you're already doing it and it's not as complicated as you think it is. So take responsibility for your own learning and be the best teacher you can be.